Before I start with my analysis, I would like to say that I've chosen the podcast because I think it gives a better approach and direct speech to my listeners. The subject I would like to expose is the use of social media and how it can affect teenagers. The platform I have focused on is YouTube because it's one of the most common among teenagers. Hello dear parents, my name is Mariona Rubira and I'm the new teacher of Analyzing and Media. The reason why I have convened a meeting with all of you is because last week we talked in class about one of the most famous influencers in Spain, and I noticed that you think that many of your children make a bad use of social networks. I understand you're worried about that and about the fact that they watch content inappropriate for their age. For this reason, I would like to give you some advice and tips for solve this problem with your child. I suggest you to let them read about Dulceida. Dulceida is a famous author. She is well known for her work in the dissemination of fashion. She began her professional career as a hobby until graduated when professionalizing. Then she published her first book, which includes photographs of her year-round travel and in her hometown with various looks and where she speaks in several sections about life, love, friendships, or travel. She's an influencer, like most of your children would like to be. They would like to be just famous because of the high increase of YouTubers, Instagrammers, and other social media platforms users. You complain because many of your children spend more hours watching the content of their favorite YouTubers than television. And the reason is because they can choose what they want to see, when, and with whom. Do you think it's worrying that more than 75% of the class wants to be influencer tomorrow? Let's think about it. Dulceida is a 23 years old influencer, but she's much more than a YouTuber or Instagrammer. She's also a model and creator of her own brand of clothing. She knows how to use social media and the impact that they have in teenagers. In her Instagram account, you can find pictures where she's promoting brands of clothing, perfumes, and other objects. And in YouTube, Dulceida uploads videos about her travels, tutorials that teach how to make up, and other videos where she explains her personal life, secrets, curiosities. Many of these videos, with more personal content, often record them together with Alba, her girlfriend. This often goes to talk about topics on sexual orientation, homosexuality, topics and issues that concern teens. If she's so famous, it's for the content and the personality so natural that shows through social networks. As parents, you shouldn't worry if your children watch their videos. She talks about sexuality, racism, bullying, social exclusion, and these topics concern your children because they feel identified with her. Teens are in a development stage, and therefore it's important that they have a reference and feel identified with people. For the style of clothes, the way of thinking. This referent can be such an influencer, a movie actor or football player. It can help them to improve their self-esteem, as long as they don't feel disapproved. On the other hand, we have to prevent them not to abuse of this kind of content. We, as parents, have to control them. It could be a problem if children were not able to interpret the content in a correct way. This could lead them to think that if they are influencers, they will be rich, they will travel a lot, and they will represent big brands, will give them a lot of clothes. And that's not the reality. So here, it's when as a parent you have to find the right balance between prevent or allow. Help them to be critical but not naive and be realistic of what they are watching. This is called parental mediation, according to Vygotsky theory scaffolding. There are many people who nowadays create content and share it on social networks. Talk about this with your children. Have their feedback. It's a good way to know what they watch, what social networks they use, and how. To make sure that they use them in a positive way and avoid problems like sexting, posting inappropriate photos, be addicted to games. You, as a parent, have the responsibility to make sure that your children use technology properly, but without adopting an authoritarian behavior. Freedom, but control from a distance. Active mediation and social co-playing are also two methods that can help you to establish a good environment of confidence with them. They are teenagers. They feel selfish, but they still need reference and people who guide them. I would like to finish quoting Brian Solis, a pedagogue, with two sentences. Social media is about sociology and psychology more than technology. And some people don't sleep because they have insomnia. I can sleep because I have internet connection. Thank you.